Section 25. Vaisampayana said, having fallen into distress, those princes thus obtained at last a pleasant habitation in that forest, and there in those woods, abounding with Sala trees, and washed by the Saraswati, they who were like so many Indras began to sport themselves. And the illustrious king, that bull of the Kuru race, set himself to please all the Yatis and Munis and the principal Brahmanas in that forest by offerings of excellent fruits and roots. And their priest Dhaumya, endued with great energy, like unto a father to those princes, began to perform the sacrificial rites of Isti and Paitreya for the Pandavas residing in that great forest. And there came as a guest unto the abode of the accomplished Pandavas, living in the woods after loss of their kingdom, the old Rishi Markandeya, possessed of intense and abundant energy, and that bull of the Kuru race, the high-souled Yudhishthira, possessed of unrivaled strength and prowess, paid his homage unto that great Muni, reverenced by celestials and rishis of men, and possessed of splendor of blazing fire, and that illustrious and all-knowing Muni of unrivaled energy, beholding Draupadi and Yudhishthira and Bhima and Arjuna in the midst of the ascetics, smiled, recollecting Rama in his mind. And Yudhishthira, the just, apparently grieved at this, asked him, saying, all these ascetics are sorry for seeing me here. Why is that thou alone smilest, as if in glee, in the presence of these? Markandeya replied, O child, I too am sorry, and do not smile in glee, nor doth pride born of joy possess my heart. Beholding today thy calamity, I recollect Rama, the son of Dasaratha, devoted to truth. Even that Rama, accompanied by Lakshmana, dwelt in the woods at the command of his father. O son of Pritha, I beheld him in days of old, ranging with his bow on the top of the Rishyamukha hills. The illustrious Rama was like unto Indra, the lord of Yama himself, and the slayer of Namuchi. Yet that sinless one had to dwell in the forest at the command of his father, accepting it as his duty. The illustrious Rama was equal unto Sakra in prowess and invincible in battle, and yet he had to range the forest, renouncing all pleasures. Therefore, should no one act unrighteously, saying, I am mighty, kings Nabaga and Bhagirath and others, having subjugated by truth this world bounded by the seas, finally obtained, O child, all the regions hereafter. Therefore should no one act unrighteously, saying, I am mighty, and O exalted of men, the virtuous and truthful king of Kashi and Karusha was called a mad dog for having renounced his territories and riches. Therefore should no one act unrighteously, saying, I am mighty, O best of men, O son of Pritha, the 7 righteous rishis, for having observed the ordinance prescribed by the Creator himself in the Vedas, blaze in the firmament. Therefore should no one act unrighteously, saying, I am mighty. Behold, O king, the mighty elephants, huge as mountain cliffs, and furnished with tusks, transgress not, O exalted of men, the laws of the Creator. Therefore should none act unrighteously, saying, Might is mine. And, O foremost of monarchs, behold all the creatures, acting according to their species, as ordained by the Creator. Therefore, should none act unrighteously, saying, Might he is mine, O son of Pritha, in truth and virtue, and proper behavior, and modesty, thou hast surpassed all creatures, and thy fame and energy are as bright as fire or the sun, firm in thy promises, O illustrious one, having passed in the woods, thy painful exile, thou will again, O king, snatch from the Kauravas, thy blazing prosperity with the help of thy own energy. Vaisampayana continued, having spoken these words unto Yudhishthira, seated in the midst of the ascetics with friends, the great Rishi, having also saluted Dhaumya and all the Pandavas, set out in a northerly direction. Thus ended the 25th section in the Arjunabhigamana Parva of the Vana Parva.